Welcome back to Bo's Garage. Today we're going to be talking about underrated sleepers. And basically, you're like me. You're in the car scene. You got some money to spend. You want a fun bit of a sleeper, something fun to play with. But you want something that's different. You don't want the same boring ass Mustang, Camaro, Charger, Challenger. You want something different. Well, here's 5, in my opinion, underrated sleepers for under 20 G's. In no particular order of like which one's better. This is just, you got 20 G's to spend. This is the cars I would pick. First one, my personal favorite, the Buick LaCrosse Super. They were made from like 06, 07 to like 09. The LaCrosse Super was the Impala SS with the Buick badge. It had a 5.3 liter LS4 under the hood. Because it's a Buick, you know it's been pretty well maintained. And you can get these, a really clean one for like 8 to 12 G's. Like a clean, low mileage one. Obviously, it's an LS. It's infinitely customizable. There are a few issues with the front wheel drive transmission. But, you know, you spend 8 G's for a clean one. You still got, you had 20 total. Guess what? You got plenty to hop that bad boy up. And you got a car that looks like every other boring-ass Grandma LaCrosse on the road. But you can put it on somebody with it. This one is another favorite of mine. The Infiniti Q70. The Q70 was optioned with the 5.6 liter VK56DE, which is the V8 from the Nissan Titan, which is, arguably one of the best V8 engines on the market. It's one of my favorites. I love the VK. Yeah, it's bigger and bulkier than an LS, and it's more expensive to build an LS. But the VK is just an animal straight out of the box. Like 420 horses out the box. And, it's not a large sedan, it's about a midsize. So it's a pretty nasty little animal, and you can pick up a clean one for about 10 to 15 G's. A really clean one, you'll be pushing that 20 mark. One is the Hyundai Genesis R-Spec. It's like, I think 2012 to like 16. I know, like, oh my god, Hyundai. These had a 5 liter V8 in them, 430, 440 horsepower, somewhere up in there. Absolute rocket ship on rails of a car. I've never really heard anybody or anyone in the forum say anything bad about the 5.0 that the Hyundais had. So, but I've never seen one in person, so I can't really make that judgment. But on paper, sounds pretty damn impressive. Every owner and every forum seems to love them. And I've seen plenty of them, around 15 G's. So, there's another option for you. Next one would be the Volkswagen Phaeton W12. If you can find one of these, because most people that buy them don't want to get rid of them. It is a pretty wild-ass car. It's a Volkswagen with a W12. It is just ignorant. I've watched a few videos, talked to a few people. I've seen one at a car show. And, again, it's rocket ship on rails of a car. However, obviously it's a W12, so parts are going to be expensive. Maintenance is going to be expensive. So you have to factor that in mind. But they're relatively, I've seen a few of them pop up for sale under 20 G's. Not many pop up for sale. So I'd put that out there, but I'd put that as put a little asterisk there. If you can find one that's in good condition, might be worth it buy if you're really into V-dubs. Next one is going to be the Lincoln MKZ Reserve 3.0T. 400 horsepower all-wheel drive. Most of us think of Lincoln, we think of our grandma's car. But I have seen some wild shit with those cars. There's one guy I seen pop up on TikToks or somewhere, and he built with a few bolt-ons, just a few bolt-ons, and it was 600-something horsepower, blacked out. Bang for your buck, I think that is an ignorant car. And there's plenty of them popping up under 20 G's. So if you can find one, that is one I would recommend as well. The 3.0 is a decent engine. It is an EcoBoost, but all in all, if you want a car that nobody's going to expect to be fast, can't go wrong there. But that being said, that's just ones I've thought about and just kind of mulled around talking with a few of the guys. You know, just some El Cheapo, well, not really El Cheapo, just some under 20 G's sleepers. And I'd recommend them, all of them. Even the W12. I don't know shit about Volkswagens or how to deal with Volkswagens. I know they're German, and that's going to mean expensive. I'm more of a Mercedes guy when it comes to your German cars. But if you don't mind going down the rabbit hole of Mercedes, well, not Mercedes. With Volkswagen, might be worth a gamble. Definitely that Lincoln, I would recommend one. El Cheapo wise, the Buick, I'd recommend that if you're trying to save a few bucks. But if you got 20 G's to blow, there's great options for you. Thank you so much for watching.